Hey there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tammy White from stampwithtami.com and welcome to my online class. Today is kind of a mega class because I've got so many things to share with you guys. We are going to be doing the triple time technique, and I'm going to be doing it with Stampin' Blend markers, which is a kind of a fun way to use this technique. It really makes your focal point pop on your cards, and I really love the technique. It's a fun and easy one when you're looking for something that's just a little special but not a lot of work. And I'm going to be playing with not just a Sale-a-bration set called Catching Butterflies, which, oh my God, how adorable is this set, right? Just love it. So we're going to play with this. And in addition to that, I'm going to share a brand new collection from Stampin' Up. It is called All Together, and we're also going to play with the December Paper Pumpkin kit. So a whole mega episode of fun here. All right, with that, let's get started. And welcome aboard. I am broadcasting live. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. And starting today, this is my first class of the year, and I should be. I guess I haven't tested this yet, so you guys can let me know. I should be also live on Twitter. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And welcome aboard, everybody. You may also be watching this live stream during the replay. All going to learn all the same things. I just have to respond to your questions later, and when you're live, I can respond to them during the live. Regardless, you want to drop some questions down here or, comment, because when you comment, you are automatically entered to win my prize patrol, which is going to be the December Paper Pumpkin kit that I'm going to be sharing some projects with today. And this kit's sold out. The refill to this kit is sold out. So this is probably one of the only ways you can get it right now. Gotta love those paper pumpkins. Make sure you subscribe by the 10th of the month. And I'm pretty sure the blog post is up. I realized like seconds before I went live that I had forgotten to hit publish. So I'm hoping that I did it, and I'm hoping that it worked. If not, immediately following this live stream, I will be up on my blog, and there is a free PDF there for you with measurements, and the measurements are really important for the triple time technique. Okay, so I know, isn't this an adorable set, Tracy? I love it too. So this is called Catching Butterflies, and the little girl is just so cute. And I worked in some of the brand new brushed, can you see them there? The brushed brass butterflies in addition here, and this is all colored with Stampin' Blends. So I'm gonna start with how I did the stamping, and I'm gonna show you how I lined everything up here. It's really cool. Welcome aboard, Jennifer, first time watching. I'm excited to have you on board. So I'm going to be using Stampin' Up's Whisper White cardstock, and the measurements, there's 3 pieces that I'm going to be using here. These are the 3 pieces, and the measurements will be found on that free PDF that's hopefully up on my blog, if not immediately following this. Somebody can give me a shout out if it's there. The link is in this video's description. There is a direct link there to it, so I try to make it easy for you. This will go directly to this project, directly to this PDF, and a replay of this video will be shared there as well. The video may not be up yet, but the replay will be there. Okay, so the measurements for the 3 white sheets on that free PDF, I'm going to be taking some seal adhesive. Throwing that seal adhesive all over the place. I'm happy to be back. I did take a little bit of time off over the holidays to spend with the family. And I'll tell you, not doing a video, it just felt weird. It felt weird being off. So I'm not putting a ton of adhesive on here, just a tiny, tiny little bit. And the reason for that is that I'm going to be removing these pieces. I'm going to be taking them apart, and so I don't want too much adhesive, or the panels will rip when you take them apart. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of scrap paper, grid paper. I'm using grid paper today, but scrap paper, whatever you have, and I'm going to use it for 1, because I'm going to stamp off the edge, and 2, because the Stampin' Blend markers are very, very juicy. And they're supposed to be juicy because that's how they blend when they're wet, but they also do bleed through cardstock, so you want to make sure your workspace is protected. So let's bring in some pieces to this, to the card. We're going to build it together. I'm using Memento Black ink, and I'm going to ink up maybe the words first. I guess it doesn't matter whether I do the girl or the words first, but I'm going to start with those and do the butterflies after. Oh, gal, I'm glad that I have re-inspired you to play with the triple time technique. I haven't done it in a little while either, but all of a sudden I had a few different stamp sets that I was working with, and I just said, you know what, those I just thought of that, and I was like, they're gonna look so awesome in the triple time technique, and I was right. I love the way these came out. Okay, so I am stamping the little girl all over all 3 panels. I have her face in the middle panel, so that's how I've kind of lined her up. Face in the middle panel, but I want the net, the legs, her body down to go over all 3 panels, because that's part of the trick to the triple time technique, is when the stamp set overlaps the other pieces. That's what makes it so cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take some butterflies, and we're going to stamp randomly. Again, I'm going off the edge and just having a little bit of fun with them. I kind of had them fanning out a little bit, so it was a little bit wider along the edge, the span of butterflies, and maybe a little bit thinner on the inside. And then there is a single little butterfly. If you want to do a couple, like I'll put one right in front of her net that she's running for, maybe one little random one over here. Just, you know, however you want to line them up is fine. If you want to add a little bit more in, all up to you. Again, really what's important is that they overlap the 3 panels. Okay. Now, first, putting my cheaters on. And then I'm going to go in color with some Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to start with our regular colors. I've got Bermuda Bay, Pool Party, and Flirty Flamingo, and these are all on the, they're linked on the project page and on that free PDF. After that, I'm going to be playing with some brand spanking new Stampin' Blends, and I cannot wait to share these with you because they're so cool. So let's color the butterflies first. They're kind of the easiest element here. All I did was I've got the darker of the Pool Party. So the Stampin' Blends come in a set of 2. There's a dark and a light for each one, and there's a nib tip and a brush tip for each one. And a lot of times I'll do some more involved blending. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit more involved blending when I get to her dress and her hair. But first, on the butterflies, I'm going to go with a little bit more simple. Instead of getting too involved blending the butterflies, I'm going to go with the light Bermuda Bay and just color in. The butterflies have like a little inset in their wings, and I'm just coloring it in. So really this part, it's not really blending. You could do this with Stampin' Right markers as well. We have both Stampin' Right and Stampin' Blend markers. The blends are alcohol, and they're made to blend together, which I will be doing on the rest of the card. But I figured I'd keep the butterflies simple. They really add a lot to this card. And you may notice where I have overlapped, you see that little gap there? Where I've overlapped the image over the 2 panels, there's a little bit of gap there. Totally fine on that because it's going to be hidden. It's a little magic trick I'm going to share with you when we put the card together, that you don't need to worry about that at all. It's all going to come together nicely. So I don't know about you guys out there, but I here in New England we just had a little snowstorm this morning, and so I wasn't sure when I was actually going to be able to come on live. Kids are home today; they don't have school, and there was a little bit more, and I was like, oh boy, I'm like, I want to get back I usually do videos on Friday afternoons, and I was like, oh, already first day of the year, and I'm already off schedule. But I appreciate you guys being out there. Those of you who are out there live, I appreciate you guys being on and taking some time to have some fun with me today. It's always more fun when you stamp with friends and you craft with friends. One of my New Year's resolutions, I think, is just to have some more fun and craft more, because it's good for my soul. It's good for my mental health. So I'm just finishing up here the insets to the butterflies, and then we're going to move into doing her dress. And I think that's pretty good. We've got them covered pretty good there. All right, so on her dress, I'm using Flirty Flamingo, and I am going to do some blending here. So I'm going to start with the lighter of the two Flirty Flamingos, and this time I'm using the brush tip. On the last one I used the nib tip, this one I'm going to use the brush tip, and I'm going to color in her whole dress. And there are different ways of blending. Some people start with your darker color, and that's totally fine if that's your jam. I like to start with the lighter of the colors, and the reason for this is because it gets the image nice and juicy already. The more wet your ink is from your marker, the better it's going to blend. So that's, but really there's different techniques. There's not a right or a wrong way to do it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm taking the lighter of the Flirty Flamingos, and I just kind of highlighted where the image line art already is, and maybe a little bit on her collar. Oh, Jennifer, if you need some more Stampin' Blend markers, wait till you see what's coming up next. You guys are going to flip. Oh my gosh. And you may have seen these, what's coming up next on my blog. I shared it 2 days ago. And actually, I just got these hot little suckers in my hand yesterday. So it's my first time playing with them. Okay, so I've got her dress. We've got a little bit of blending going on in her dress there, highlighting it a little bit. Super cute, right? All right, here they come. You guys know what's coming? Here it is. So these are brand new Stampin' Blends. They are natural tones. You asked for it. Stampin' Up has listened. These are natural tone Stampin' Blend markers. And there is instead of being light and dark like our normal sets are, they come in a combo of light and dark. They do come in combo still, but it's more, they're numbered. They're actually called, and I'm going to show you they're coming with this all together suite, and I'll share more with that in a minute. But the blends they're called light, set of medium light, medium deep, and deep. But each one is numbered. So I go by the number depending on how light or dark you want them to go. These are awesome. If you are a demonstrator or purchase a demonstrator kit, which is the best deal ever, you can get these right now. You can order these right now. If you're a customer, they will be hitting my online store on February 1st. So they're amazing. I'm going to set the lighter of the colors starts at, it starts with the darkest color. And the darkest one here is 100, and then it goes 200, 300, 400, all the way up to, we've got 1,000. So the 1,000 would be the lighter. They make great skin tones. They're great for hair, and you got all kinds of variety here that you can mix with. I'm going to kind of go in the middle for her. I'm going to go with maybe the 700. And I'm going to start just by coloring. Whoop. Did not mean to go outside the line of her leg there, but that's okay. Maybe my recipient will forgive me. I really love this stamp. I love this little girl. So then I'm going to take some of the, I'm going to go a step darker here. So I did the 500 on that one. I'm going to go a step darker here with the 600 and do maybe a little bit more highlighting on her face. Give a little bit more, just a little bit more shading there. Kind of make it pop. And then the last touch I'm going to do here on her face is I'm going to take the lighter Flirty Flamingo and give her some rosy cheeks. And then I'm going back to my lighter blends. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll even go a little now. Maybe I'll stick with this one. I could go a little bit lighter to blend it all together. Maybe I will do that. So that was 700 and going back to the 600. Totally doesn't, I mean, I'm just going by the numbers because they are numbered on here. And it totally just is a matter of how light or dark you want to go with your tone here. So it doesn't matter if you do the same ones or different ones. You can totally do different things. So we have her face colored. I almost wanted to go rainbow with her hair. And then I thought maybe we'll just give her a little, you know, like, you know, the kids do a little diet, the kids, you know, the adults do it too. Do a little funky strand or two of hair that's a different color. So I thought maybe we'll do that with this one. So we'll add in just a little Bermuda Bay, give her a little spunk. She's having a little fun this 2022 year, which it is right now. And maybe I'll add some up here too. Not the whole thing. I'm just doing a couple of strands here, just because, you know, it's fun. And then I'm going to go back to these the natural skin tones here, and I'm going to use it for hair. But this time I'm going darker. I'm going to give her a really dark, I want her hair to be really dark. So this time I'm taking the 300, which 100 is the darkest, so 200, 300, we're going to go with that. And I'm going to go ahead and color in all of her hair. I don't know about you guys, but I find coloring to be so therapeutic. The only part that I'm skipping is this part here that I made Bermuda Bay, the part that I went funky with. All right, so now I want to go ahead and maybe make her hair have a couple, like, you know, your hair is shaded, right? It's not all one color. So let's go ahead and do some shading in here. So I'm gonna, this is not the darkest, but the second to darkest. But I'm also not doing, I'm just highlighting a few strands in here. And then I'll go ahead and blend this together. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Having some fun there. All right, I'm going to show you her hair, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of highlighting. So this was what I've just used here. These were the brand new Natural Tone Stampin' Blend markers. They will be hitting my online store on February 1st, but if you're a demonstrator, you can purchase them now. And if you purchase the demonstrator kit on my site, which is the best deal in the world, you can get these as part of your demonstrator kit. It's $125 worth of whatever you want, and you only pay $99. You get free shipping, and during Sale-a-bration, you get to pick 2 free stamp sets, any free stamp sets that you want. So I always go with the most expensive ones, right? That is a flipping awesome deal. So you can get these now. I highly recommend doing it that way. It's a great way to go. I'm going to take next up the pool party, the lighter pool party. And I am just going to highlight around her image just to make her pop a little bit off the page. And then I also took a little bit, and I'm just using the nib tip for this. I don't want a ton here. I just want a little bit, just enough to make her kind of pop. I really feel like that. Just, and it's maybe even hard to see on the camera, but it's just a little something that really makes it special, makes it pop. So there's where the net is here, the lines of the net. I'm going to do the same thing there with that light pool party. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. That was a really nice thing to say. Oh, that's very sweet. Okay, so we've done our coloring, and now it's time for the magic of the triple time card. And that is, and this is where you want to be careful that you don't use too much adhesive when you put these layers together, because you're going to take them apart. It's almost like a little puzzle. Now, if you put too much adhesive in the beginning, then these panels rip, and that's no fun. Okay, so now I've got a card base. I've got a frame for the middle panel. This is going to go on my inside, and I dropped one. And this here is, and actually, you know what? Let me change the order here so they make more sense to you. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to frame each one of the Whisper white pieces or basic white pieces with the Bermuda Bay. And again, all of these measurements are on that free PDF that is at stampwithtami.com. You will find that on my blog. And if for some reason the blog post didn't go live right before I went live, it will be there immediately following. I promise it'll be up there. So I'm going to take that seal adhesive again. But this time I'm using a lot more. I want it to stay forever this time. And just, I'm going to put her on her frame. I'm going to put middle layer on the middle frame. The frames are just 1/4 of an inch larger than the pieces that they're going to layer upon. Are you guys excited about those Stampin' Blends? I'm totally psyched about them. I was like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have been asking for those. I love that. I love that. What a great way to start the new year. We all love when new Stampin' Blend colors come out, but these are some that we've been asking for. And that was not a very good cut that I have there, right? That cut should have been 4 inches by 5 1/4, and it looks like it was more of a, sorry, I'm just bringing the paper cutter here on the slide and just fixing that up. No. Let's see if that did the trick. Yep, perfect. Much better. So that's the inside. Anytime you're working with dark cardstock, we'll put a lighter layer on the inside so we can, you can write your greetings on there. Okay, so here's where the magic comes in. So I'm going to take the Sale adhesive. And like I said, it's like a little puzzle, right? And it should line up perfectly. And that frame, the Bermuda Bay frame, is going to hide any gap in the images. And our card's almost complete. Almost, right? You know, I always say it's never complete unless it has its bling on it, right? So for the bling here, because we're working with butterflies, I brought out the brushed brass butterflies. Now these are in the new mini catalog that just dropped in my online store as well. And so fun. It does have a wow factor, doesn't it? I totally agree, Sue. Yeah, I totally love the technique. And then with the blends, it's not, I don't often do this technique with blends. It really just, I love the image and how it makes the image just pop right off the page. So to make it pop even more, I'm taking the brass butterflies, not brash, and we're going to pop them all around the stamped butterflies. These are self-adhesive, by the way, so they'll stick on their own. There's different sizes, like there's little ones here, and then there's larger ones here. So I'm going to kind of intermingle the little guys with the big guys, kind of put them together. Yeah, that one was already used. That one there. What do you think? Do you think the brass butterflies pull it I love them. I think it really pulls it together. And if you didn't notice these in the mini catalog, you're going to be going back and looking for them now, aren't you? You're like, oh my God, I totally didn't see those. It happens to me all the time. There we go. Okay. Now our card is complete. Isn't she adorable? Absolutely love her. And I'm loving the Natural Tone Blends. So there's, you know what, let me show you the whole collection and then I'll show you more. So this just was announced. I'll pull you out here so you can see a little bit more. This was just announced Stampin' Up earlier this week on Tuesday. They dropped a new collection that's going to be coming out in the online store on February 1st, but available to demonstrators and in demonstrator kits now. And it's called Here Together. And it is just a really fun collection. And I'm going to show you, at least I think I am, if I can find it on here. Here we go. I'm going to show you this just because for some reason I bought the die set and now I can't find the die set. Like, okay, that's not anything unusual in my world, right? So it's called All Together, and it's just a great set, and it works so great with these Natural Tone Stampin Blends. So the Natural Tone Stampin Blends actually are part of this collection, but they can be purchased together or they can be purchased separately. So in addition to that stamp set, I want to show you the paper. So we've got our blends, the Natural Tone blends here that are part of that collection. The Natural Tone Stampin Blends will be carrying over into the new annual catalog, but the bundle, the Here Together stamp set dies, and this really sweet paper will not be. So just a heads up on that. Once this stuff is sold out, it's gone forever. Now this paper also made to be colored, right? And color your hands in different colors. And it's double-sided 6x6 paper. So there's great patterns here that you can use. Look at this one. This one's going to be a hit right here. Always love stuff like that. So just kind of flipping through here to show you different. I love the stripes too. That's going to be another one that gets used a lot. These are fun. These are going to be really fun to color. And you can use, I mean, you could use the whole piece as a background, but you can also cut them out. And this, I see rainbows. I don't know what you guys see, but I see rainbows. And here's another great one that definitely will be colored. We've got hearts. So you can see there's a lot of great images in this designer series paper. So there's a lot that can be, a lot of usable stuff here. Little hearts, little teeny little hearts. More stripes. We got thicker stripes, and then we've got, this is the last one here, grid, and then we've got a pattern there. That pattern makes great background. So the black and white also makes it good because if you're doing black and white, you can use these for anything, right? But if you're doing something with more color, you just color in the white to match. So it kind of makes it very versatile. So going with the stamp set, I took it, I used the triple time technique. I stamped the love hands in the middle and then added hearts all around it for the triple time technique. And then I added, and I don't know if you can see it on the screen, I added some crystal effects. I colored in the, above where I did the blends, I colored the hand image and the hearts all with this shimmery crystal effect. So it makes it almost look like glittery glass, the hands and the hearts over it. And that just kind of, you just kind of squeeze it out. Very cool, very fun stuff. So that is one of the cards that I did with that set. And here's another one. And this one I even used the Tasteful Label dies and stamped the words on it. Now what I did a little bit differently with this one than I did with the other two is that this is white, basic white paper that I stamped the hands on. And then I not only colored the hands with the Natural Tone blends, but I colored the background around the hands with Daffodil Delight. So light and dark Daffodil Delight to give that really blended two-tone look, a little bit of depth there on the background of that card. So it almost looks like designer paper when you do that. So that's the Here Together suite. Again, you can get that in a demo kit right now with the Sale-a-bration special, and you can get it February 1st in my online store at a regular price, at a full price. And then what started all of this was actually before I got the natural, blends, before that I got that announcement that we were getting new stuff, and I always love new stuff. I was playing with Paper Pumpkin. So this is, whoops, not what I was looking for. There we go. This is my Paper Pumpkin alternate. So I was making, originally, that's where I was going with this. I was making alternate cards for the December 2021 Lots of Puns Paper Pumpkin kit. Like, there was just so many cute things in there, and I love the Stampin' Blends with this. I used the embellishments that came in the kit, and the banana is so cute, right? It just popped right off. And then if you want to laugh, this one I just absolutely love. Let's grow mold together instead of let's grow. That's so cute. So I actually took the toast here, and after I used the blends on the toast, I took a little bit of Just Jade, which is a green, right? And just went along, one edge of the toast to make mold, because, let's grow mold together. And then these little embellishments were part of the kit. So I used those again for a little moldy piece. Oh my God, I just love it. So fun, right? So these two are from the December Paper Pumpkin kit. It was the stamp set, and this kit is completely sold out. It's sold out. The refills are sold out. So sadly, there isn't a way to get this, and it's just one more reminder that you don't want to wait. Subscribe to those Paper Pumpkin kits right away. I was hoping that they would still be refills. So I'm just going to show you real quickly. These are the supplies that came in the kit, and these are the 3 cards that the kit makes. They were super cute. They were so fun to play with. This whole kit was so fun to play with. And every kit comes with all of the directions that you need to make those. So those were right out of this. This was the directions that they come with. And I also have a video on this project page on how to make the Paper Pumpkin projects exactly as they are. But you're going to want to subscribe, because there's a new Paper Pumpkin kit. And, oh, whoops, that's not it. Boy, I am just all over the place today. So anyway, Hugs and Kisses, or Kisses and Hugs, is the name of it. You're definitely going to want to subscribe before Monday, on or before Monday, because that's the deadline. And then after the deadline, it's done. You might be able to get a refill at the end of the month when they come in, but they sell out so fast. And the kits are no longer available after the 10th, the full kits. So this looks like a really cool one. I have more information on this on my blog, and you can subscribe there as well. And the end of January, there will be add-on boxes. I think it's a card kit that the Kisses and Hugs is. But if you like the 3D projects and you like the boxes, you can add them on at the end of the month. You can purchase those. So that is super cool. I know, right? The mold was so adorable. And the other thing I wanted to mention with Paper Pumpkin, well, actually, there was 2 things. One is that on Monday, which is the 10th, if you're watching live, Monday is January 10th. If you're watching the replay, you could be watching on January 10th. I don't know. But I'm part of the Paper Pumpkin crew, and we're PPX is our name. And we share videos with our Paper Pumpkin subscribers. We have 6 videos we send out every month for our Paper Pumpkin subscribers. They're exclusive to the subscribers. But we also do blog hops, which are free for everybody to participate. And I'll be doing that on Monday on stampwithtami.com. So I have some really cool, more Paper Pumpkin projects to share on Monday. So you're going to want to check back at stampwithtami.com. I don't have a video for them, but I do have instructions on the blog. So you're going to want to hop on over there for that. And the second thing with the Paper Pumpkin is this. This came in the kit. I'm just going to hold it up here so you guys can see. Can you see that okay? All right. I know a lot of you that subscribe to Paper Pumpkin wait until Sale-a-bration and then purchase a 12-month, which is a full year subscription to Paper Pumpkin, because when you do that, you get you get 4 free Sale-a-bration sets, and then you get $50 in Stampin' rewards free to spend. So it's a really great deal. And I know a lot of you wait until this time to do it. So that is a little special deal there during Sale-a-bration with Paper Pumpkin, because you get free products with every $50 during Sale-a-bration. So that is a tip on that one. These are my alternate projects, or some of my alternate, more to come with this December kit. Already looking forward to the January kit. And let me pull in the rest of the projects. Those of you who popped in late are going to want to rewind as soon as this video is over, so you can catch how I did these triple time technique cards, and a little bit about some new stuff that's coming, the Natural Tone Stampin Blends, and this is a Sale-a-bration product here. You can get this stamp set free with a $50 order. So Sale-a-bration, in addition to the demonstrator kit special, you can get free stamp sets with $50 orders. Well, or paper, actually. The stamp sets, they're not all stamp sets. But this is the one that I used today, Catching Butterflies. So you can get her free with a $50 order from now through the end of February. All right, did you guys love this? I'm so happy to be back doing videos and back with a new year. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll be back, I think, next Friday. Thanks for joining me today.